Hello everyone, welcome to Pixnic. Here we have a BLDC ceiling fan PCB. Now this is from Atomberg BLDC fan. Don't know exactly the model, but the problem with the fan is when in the top speed, fan keeps stopping again and again and restarting itself. It is a continuous loop, so it doesn't work continuously and keeps restarting again and again. I already have taken out the PCB, so let's take a look what's wrong with this one. And first, as we are here, let's see how it works. First, let me tell you the input and output terminals of this PCB. Now these two wires are responsible for carrying AC current as input, and this is the SMPS which supplies power to the whole circuit along with the BLDC motor. And what I can see, after AC in, we have a line filter, and here we have a rectifier bridge make the AC into AC. Then we have a MOSFET, and behind we have a MOSFET driver probably, and here we have the SMPS transformer. Here are the 4 terminals and 2 output terminals, and as output we have Schottky diode, and here we have 24-volt output. Now we have 24-volt output here. Let's check further what is in the secondary circuit. Secondary circuit, what I can see is we have the connector for the BLDC motor. Here 3 wires of the BLDC motor connects, directly goes to the armature. This terminal is directly connected to this IC. That explains this IC is the driver IC for the motor. And as we have the driver IC, it needs PWM to operate the motor. PWM is provided by this little IC. It's a microcontroller from ST Electronics. Now this little microcontroller is programmed to take command from the remote and operate the fan, and along with its a LED. LED is connected in the field of the fan. For LED we need 2 terminals, so the ground is common for the IR sensor and the LED. Other 3 is 1 pin is used for the LED and other 2 are for the signal pin and the power pin for the IR sensor. Now let's dive into the problem of the PCB. Now what I can see by physical inspection, we have a bulged capacitor, which is the main capacitor filter the 24 volt. So if this is bad, our fan won't get enough current to operate. Looks like this is the problem here. And I also have found another problem. So we have water damage on the IR sensor pins and the LED pin. That may also result to malfunction of the PCB. So let's correct its faults, and probably we will have a working PCB again and can get the fan working again. First I am going to do is I am going to replace this capacitor, and then we'll clean off the PCB from the bottom that we don't have any water damage over here. Let's get started. I'd like to apply some flux over here. Now I'll get my soldering iron. As I have applied some daily solder, we can, otherwise it will take long time or it would be difficult to move the capacitor. Now to understand the polarity of the capacitor, the minus side goes here, the white mark here, bulged. Definitely it's gone, end of its life. Now let's clear the connection pads. I have desoldering foam. Get them in there. I want to push it in. Some fresh shoulder. Longer one is a positive. Okay, I forgot to tell you the value of the capacitor. The value of the capacitor which was installed in here was 35 volt, 2200 microfarad, and the one I bought is 2200 microfarad and 50 volt. So it has more tolerance. If there is a voltage rise, it won't get damaged, but this one has limited voltage capacity. That doesn't matter. All we have matter capacitance of the capacitor, and of course as it has more tolerance, it is bigger than this one. You can see the diameter is same, but it is longer. It is definitely going to be perfect. problem at all. I guess we have plenty enough space in the housing. We have one terminal in. Now let's try to put other one. Okay, so it's in place, not going anywhere. Maybe I'll put some hot glue over here so that the capacitor move at all. It's perfectly fixed here. I'm going to cut down the extra legs, but I have to be careful because we have resistance in here. I can put some more solder here, secure the joints. Of course, it will make it look nicer. So we have replaced the capacitor now. Now all we have left to do is clean up the bottom side because we have water corrosion. We have some corrosion here due to water. I'm going to use some thinner. I'll go brush, clean off all the water corrosion. Cleaning it off quickly because the thinner gets evaporated very quickly. Left some residues. I'm cleaning it up as soon as possible. We are done. Now we are ready to test it, and before that I'm going to put some hot glue over here. Now I can apply some hot glue over here. Put some here too. Okay, so it's done. It's done. It's not going anywhere. I'll let it dry for a moment, then we will install it back to the housing. Here we have the housing. Totally forgot how it was in here, so I have to figure it out again. I figure it out. We'll sit like this. It's two groups of the plastic, and then directly plastic will go first on it. Yeah, sits just like this. You have to put back these two screws. In place. Now we have to connect these wires. We have color codes in here, so if you have any problem, goes the blue. And we have the red. Put back the yellow wire. Yes, it's all the way in. And once the wires are in, you can pull it out and make sure that it doesn't comes out. Now all we have to do is we have to plug this coupler in. This it only goes in single side, so if you connect it properly, we just sit in there. I guess we are done. Now all we have to do is slide this cable out. Not sure from where I can do. From here, it's gonna be nightmare. Push it all the way up. There we have black wire out. We have both of the wires routed properly. Slide it inside this groove that we can fit. We have these 3 screws of the hose. Now as it's fitted properly, I lift it up and spin it few times. Sure it's not making any contact. I can't hear any noise of making contact of anything inside. Okay, good. Now all we have to do is put back this right in here. Terminal. Connect the external wire. Should make sure these wires are tight, because if they are loose they will make sparks. Like the black one is coming on the side. Right in here. It's nice and tight. We give it a pull and make sure that it's connected properly. Yeah, that's good now. Now all we have to do is assemble it, connect the blades and hang it in the ceiling for testing. If you find this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe the channel and put down in the comment if you have any queries. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.